Apartment Theater episode 21.
Is this 21?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
we're legal drinking age.
And
well, I guess we're not. The episodes are, but podcast is still a baby.
Alright, confirm and go live. We're going live. 3, 2. Alright, it's live. Never mind. I didn't get a good countdown there.
Yeah, fuck
wow.
you.
That was a very
nice.
really unclimbed.
Welcome to America.
What? America? Fuck yeah.
Welcome to Apartment Theater. We're set in America. Ta-da.
This is why we don't know how to speak properly.
You're in week 2 of Elevated Horror Month.
Elevated horror.
Elevated horror. That sounds like
It's pretentious, I know. People that use the term for movies that are above horror, pretentious.
There was nothing uplifting about this movie.
It ended. The end? There better not be another one. No. Dani, this was your movie.
It was my movie.
Yeah, tell us about it, Dani.
Yeah, tell us the plot of The End.
I'm pretty proud that this movie actually consisted of an elevator in the like the whole time, unlike The Lift that probably had a collective 10 minutes of an elevator. At least this was a whole movie of the elevator. But pretty much this guy, he's kind of a shitty guy.
Kind of?
Yeah. Extremely shitty guy. He is on his way to a meeting for
it doesn't even matter.
Economics.
I don't really care. And he gets stuck in the elevator, and then the world ends while he's in an elevator. It's a zombie movie. There were points that made me kind of dislike it, but I actually liked it because it's so different. I hate zombies, and I've seen a lot of zombie movies, a lot.
We all have.
And this is very different because you do have the zombie scenes in the zombie movies with the elevator where they're all in the elevator and then they all run out of the elevator when it opens and stuff. And I like the opposite effect where the guy is stuck in said elevator and he gets only this headspace view of everything that's going on. I actually think he was an okay actor. I thought he got the emotions across properly when he's having his breakdown and stuff.
He couldn't fake cry to save his life, though.
Oh yeah, no, he couldn't fake cry to save his life. But I like what emotions that they were making him go through, because I feel in reality people would go through that. He obviously has an anxiety disorder, and he's freaking out about his anxiety disorder. He's stuck in there. He's concerned for people that he cheats on his wife with, and then he's very concerned over his wife. By the end of the movie, he at least says he's a shitty guy for cheating on his wife. But I mean, there was a point where he was gonna shoot himself in the head because he was just gonna give up. I like that he wasn't this big tough guy people try to give in zombie movies.
No, that was the other guy.
No, he becomes CEO fucking superhero at the end.
Yeah, I hated that. I fucking hated that. And then
I'm pissed about it. I've
seen movies where they kind of just hit that I'm done with this, so they walk out whatever happens. I still hated it. They could have done without that. They could have skipped that and just had him going down the bridge. I do think I like the idea that he get a liter of milk that him and his wife argued over to bring the milk to her. I think that was an interesting touchback they did. I love that you're touching your face. I'm just watching you poke yourself there.
Cast it not like
I'm feeling my jaw and my teeth. right now in my muscles.
Marcello, I love Marcello. That man's a trooper.
I fucking hate him.
I hated him
fucking
too.
hate him.
He
I
was so
fucking
good.
hate him. I was rooting for him at the beginning, and as soon as that motherfucker dropped through the goddamn elevator escape hatch that's been there the entire fucking time, I was so
He
mad.
drops down and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm bitten." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry, dude. I'm 2 times
bitten.
your size and I'm bitten."
But never mind the fact that I was just on top of the fucking elevator where the thing is that's blocking the goddamn elevator doors from opening, that I could have literally reached down, moved, and opened the fucking doors and we both could have fucking escaped.
Yeah.
Eat shit, Marcello. I hate you. I do not like you. The writing in this happened an hour into this movie that I had to watch this stupid piece of shit garbage man who cheats on his wife, and then he fucking assaults a girl in the elevator who he's been cheating on his wife with. And then, thank God for her, the only decent character in this goddamn movie grabs him by his balls, literally, and tells him to go fuck himself. She's the only cool character, and then we have to watch her die. This motherfucker survives at the end.
I love that they did that, though.
I hate it.
I think this is the angriest I've seen.
I hate it.
This is the angriest I've ever seen cast for this podcast so far. Usually it's me that's flying off the handle.
Hate it.
I love
hate it.
that they had her grab his balls and go tell him go fuck himself and stuff. Like, I like that they put down the foot about like taking
sexual
like
harassment.
advantage. Yeah. Also, I should say this movie is Italian. It is in Italian. I feel I didn't say that. It is Italian. We're reaching back to what was it? Absurd, I think it was. That was
Absurd. Yeah, that was an Italian horror movie we watched. I'd rather watch that again.
I think I'm so angry because I really enjoyed the premise of this movie. Like Danny said, that it's like almost entirely shot in this fucking elevator. So you get this 6-inch view of the world collapsing around you and your goddamn cell phone, and that's it. Like, that is a horrifying scenario to me. To, like, not be able to escape, to not get to your family, knowing that the world is going to shit. Like, that's a terrifying situation to be in. And then they give us a piece of fucking shit to follow. He has no redeeming qualities.
The zombies showed up whenever the plot needed it.
Yeah, basically. They're like, oh, wait, there's zombies in this movie, guys. Wait, there's zombies. Sorry, honestly, we forgot about them. Hold on.
Yeah, they honestly didn't need to really add those zombies to get the idea of a zombie collapsing. Like, just hearing, like, people dying on the phone, over the radio and stuff, and, like, I don't think they really had to add them in there to get the idea and, like, stress somebody out. But no, Marcella, I just want to know why he dropped down next to guy. He knew how the virus spread with a fucking bite on his leg.
I know. He knew. He fucking knew.
Like, I get like, you know, you're dying and you want to like feel human for the last like however long. But you know, to get bit, drop in on a guy that already has expressed the feeling of he doesn't want to shoot people, and then tell him to shoot him when he's asleep twice in the head to make sure he's dead is like, bro, that's a little much. Like, this guy is having a breakdown. Like, you're trained for this. Like, I think he was doing like properly what a policeman would do, of like, you're doing great, like trying to keep him calm in the situation. I honestly also, like, after the first, like, I don't know, hour of not being saved and like I see everybody like freaking out, I would like go through the hatch. Like, play this
He
like Dead by
he
Daylight.
never thought about looking up and going,
and
oh,
going
hey.
through the escape hatch.
He knew
That was
it was
my thought
there.
the entire time, was like, escape hatch? Escape
He could
hatch.
break the railing
Escape
off the damn elevator, but like he can't.
hatch.
Yeah.
Why didn't he poke that thing with the pole earlier? Because that's what he did to get out.
I know. Literally,
I,
he's had this pole the entire movie, and then he somehow magically there is now a large enough gap to stick a security like handle fucking through and unwedge literally the thing that the braking mechanism for the elevator, which I'm pretty sure is what it was, to knock it out of the way. And I was like, please let this motherfucker get cut in half while he's trying to crawl through. No, we still had to watch this asshole escape and survive.
Yeah. I'm glad his wife lived, though, because she seemed like a good person.
Yeah. Also, how is he not deaf?
Yeah,
Right now?
yeah, that was the first thing I was thinking of when he shot he shot multiple rounds of his handgun that he got from what's his nuts, Marcello? Was that his name? Yeah.
Marcello.
Yeah, so he shoots that gun multiple times. The thing that he does is covers his eyes.
Yeah, cover your eyes. If you cover your eyes, you won't go deaf.
And then
I think he was covering him because he didn't want to
he didn't want to see he didn't want to see him because like it's still in his eyes. It was like, that's still like the people that I worked with, even though they're zombies. Like it's hard for me to do this, but
yeah, even though he stabbed multiple of them with that pole in the face, which is significantly more
he
gruesome.
also shot a shotgun multiple times, which the delay, like he'd shoot and then he'd go back.
And he'd go back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that doesn't look right.
Somehow this weak ass bitch of a man survived because he was trapped in an elevator.
And he almost didn't because he was toying with one of them at the end. I was like, dude, just fucking leave. What are you doing?
I like when he was playing patty cake with the zombies. That was pretty good.
What, you want me? Yeah, you gonna give me?
Like I think the emotions they were portraying through him, like it would have been nice if he was a good guy, but the emotions were good. Because I just really like. All right, we're gonna ignore the shitty character part right now.
So the
whole emotions, movie. The emotions that he was going through, I liked because if you take any, I shouldn't say any. There is one movie that I do like that had like the character have go through emotions and stuff, which I'm going to go look it up real quick so I have the name. That's really loud. I don't want to hear Shrek.
Yes, you do.
What? Yeah, I open up Netflix to hear Shrek.
Suddenly Shrek.
What is I'll look it up real quick, but
you hate my boxes?
I hate your fucking boxes. Listen, I'm full of rage right now, so I hate your boxes.
My boxes are here though. Or are they not? Is this just a background?
I hate them.
The people that only listen to it.
Weird green screen
background.
Yeah.
The movie I'm talking about is #Alive. I really like that movie.
Yeah.
It is Korean, I believe.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of.
No, and he goes through like actual emotion, like this roller coaster that he's going through. That guy is not a shitty guy. But any other zombie movie, like they don't really give like somebody actually having, or a main character having a fucking breakdown about the world ending. Like everybody else, like in zombie movies, are just like, "Oh, me, big tough guy, I can handle this." Like, and it's like, no, I feel like no matter who you are, even if you're the toughest person, there is still a part of you that is freaking out about people eating people in front of you and everybody running. Your family's probably fucking dead. Like,
except his somehow.
Yeah. Well, the shitty Marcello. Honestly, Marcello started out great. He did go downhill. I will completely agree. He went downhill real quick.
He really did.
But
he really did.
They smoked a lot in this movie too. Because they smoked a lot in The Lift, right? That was the one where he was rolling the cigarettes constantly, right? Like, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't imagining that.
Yeah. Well,
they were smoking a lot of cigarettes in this.
Yeah, he kept trying to smoke in this one, but his lighter kept not working until fucking Marcello showed up.
Yeah. And doomed him.
Functional lighter.
Yeah, like, I don't know why Marcello did that at all. And also just, like, didn't tell him over the radio and be like, yo, dude, there's a hatch. So, this is my thing with the hatch before you had your freak out cast. And Justin joined in on the freak out about the hatch. I would be No, because the first thing I would do would be, like, after an hour, the world's ending, I'd be like, all right, I'm going through the fucking hatch. But if they played it off that he did not know that the elevators had hatches, like emergency hatches, then I'd be like, okay. But he knew it was there.
Yeah. Like, I could have seen them, like, giving us maybe, like, a 2-minute scene of him trying to reach the hatch and not being able to reach it. Because let's face it, most elevators are, like, 10 feet tall. Like, who the fuck is going to be able to reach that? Super not useful.
Or, like, him trying to hit it and, like, it's not budging or something. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I was thinking, if anything, like, one of the elevator hatches, like, above could have been open, because maybe someone was just like, fuck it, I need to just get out, and I don't care if this is, if I'm just gonna, yeah, and there was like a body on top or something, there's like blood dripping in through it, like, I think that would have made more sense. But we just ignore it.
We didn't get any beheadings though, because that's one thing of
The Lift did.
The Lift did,
I think twice.
Beheading with that. Yeah, I think so.
No, I don't think the
one guy walked into it, the other person got their head cut off. And then somebody got grabbed by the wires for the elevator.
Yeah. I was, because, like, he was getting, quite obviously, very, very psychologically screwed up, seeing, like, all the blood being poured in, getting, shooting his colleagues. He like
having one of his coworkers be a dumb bitch and go in the wrong fucking direction into the goddamn elevator doors. That was pretty fucking annoying. So this lady is small enough to get through, but she decides to like go in. I can't even describe how it is. Like, you're facing towards the elevator and you're trying to go in that way. Why not turn to the side and go in where your tiny ass can clearly go through? You almost made it through going the way that you were going, but if you would have just turned, you would have been in.
Yeah.
She could have gotten ripped in half or something. You know, like, she could have made it halfway, and you're like, oh, maybe, and then just...
Because, like, he's getting, like, they obviously wanted to fuck this guy up. And I was thinking, I'm like, you know what, maybe at the end, with all these zombies trying to get through, and the elevator finally, like, maybe it drops down a level for him to get out, and beheads all these zombies, and he just has like heads fall on him or something. But no, I didn't get anything. I was really kind of hoping for that shit.
The ending we get is just 28 days later.
Really,
the opening of 28 Days Later.
Yeah. I do like 28 Days Later.
It's such a good movie.
Well, that's a quality movie. This wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, it is supposed to be bad. I'm not too.
On Letterboxd, it had like a 2.5, I think. So that's like.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
That's what I did too.
Oh, yeah. You know, I haven't reviewed any of our movies, like actually giving them stars and shit. I'm gonna fucking give this one a 1. I'll be like, fuck this plot.
This one.
Stupid. Don't even watch it. Don't bother. I'm so mad at it. Like,
this is a first, I think, because I think
I'm not usually this passionate about my feelings about these movies.
I like that we're having like a split on this though, because Dani actually enjoyed for the most part.
I am taking aspects of it that I would like and would like to see done better.
Just like the last movie.
Yeah. Like
every bad movie.
I want to see the same thing. An elevator, like, you have 6 inches of watching the world end in front of you, and, like, things coming at you, like, almost able to reach
You
you,
have 6
some
inches coming in front of you.
yes. So, like, I wanna see this with, like, a character that I wouldn't hate. Like, I kinda like, my brain started to block out a little bit, like, that he was a shitty guy to, like, try to attempt to enjoy the idea that this movie's, like, going into. Also, I was really concerned when I started the video if, or the video, started the, movie and there was no subtitle option because I
You
didn't
forgot
know
it.
it was
You forgot to
Italian.
turn on the closed captioning at the beginning as well. I see, because I was
Yeah.
also like, "Wait a minute, did I pick the right
So
one?"
did I. I was like, wait, why don't I know what's going on?
Because normally there's just subtitles baked into it. You're like, ah, cool. I
Yeah.
don't have to like turn on the subtitles. Like they're just there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's when you
yeah,
have to.
no, you had to turn on the option for that. So if you plan on watching this movie, don't. But if you do, turn on the closed captioning for the
Yeah.
subtitles for your health.
See if you get as mad as I do about how bad this movie is. It's just the main character. I hate him. I mean,
And
I
Marcello.
Marcello. Yeah,
Yeah,
Marcello.
Marcello was okay at first, and then just not.
Why did you
would
jump
you?
into the elevator?
Why? Yeah.
Why-
Why would
I
you?
know.
That
Like, literally, I was like, oh, sweet, Marcello's on top. Like, y'all can escape out the hatch now. Like, let's go. No, you're jumping inside the elevator. Not my first choice, but okay. That
yeah, and he's
makes
like,
sense, I guess. I don't know.
Did you guys feel like the
this
elevator
point-
was too big?
no.
Nah.
Because
Not
I
for
felt
a
like the
building
lift
like that.
was like a pretty small elevator. Like they had
Mm-hmm.
room in there, but it wasn't like a ton. But like for this, I was like, it's just one guy in here.
Yeah.
I don't feel like any like claustrophobia or anything like that. I just feel like he's just, I don't know. I feel like he's just in a really big elevator, and the zombies weren't close enough to where they were really that much of a threat. Because
Yeah,
if he really wanted to, he could just sit at the edge the whole time and just.
Which she started to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he did at one point. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too, because I was like, you know, that like handrail that he had was pretty long. And like he's able to like jam it in there and like get some decent like thrust and stuff. I'm like, I feel like
Getting some
that
decent
elevator
thrusts with the 6 inches.
yeah. I feel like there wasn't enough space for that.
Well, like, I felt like they kind of deflated any tension, too. It was just like, oh, he's got a weapon that's long enough for him to effectively poke at them. Cool. So the whole movie is like, oh, there's a zombie. Poke him with the stick to back him away.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets a gun. Oh, cool. He was never in danger at any point.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just
ever. Except for when he tried to get milk at the end.
yeah.
I wish the milk would have been a zombie. That could have been interesting. Be like, oh, it was zombie milk. That's how everyone turned.
Yeah.
Cass would be the
No,
first
that's-
one.
Oh, mad
Cass
cow
loves-
in the milk? Ooh, that would be fun. Anyway, that's what it is. Oh my god, don't make a movie like that, because that would ruin my life.
They
Milk
should have
is
given
my favorite
him.
drink.
They should have given him raging diarrhea as well to really like make him sweat constantly. Like I got
Yeah.
shit, but I also have zombies. Like, what are you gonna do in that situation if you are stuck in a zombie infested building and you're in a elevator by yourself and you desperately need to shit? What do? You just gonna poop in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which corner are you pooping in though? You pooping next to the
I-
zombies, or you pooping in like your good corner? Because if you poop in the good corner, you're like, oh great, I'm in the poop good corner. But if you poop in the bad corner, you're like, ah cool, I don't have to go over there. But then you're like, I have to go over there to poop, but there's zombies there.
Yeah.
Which might actually help, you know, it might scare the poop out of you, and then you can actually just really let loose. I was just thinking of a scene of him going up through the hatch and then like leaning on the wall there and just pooping down or something. Like, I don't know. I was so bored watching this. I was just thinking like, what would it be like if you were in a stranded elevator and you just desperately need a shit? What do you do? And for some reason, that crossed my mind, and
You know what was weird? Or at least something that I found really weird is that, like, so he's stuck in between two floors, but we only ever see
the top.
like 3 feet of the top floor. And I'm like, how thick are the floors in this, like, what, 9-floor building?
It was a really small building for this.
Yeah. I'm like, we should be able to see the doors to the lower level.
Yeah, because if somebody could have been like grabbing like underneath too, like
Uh-huh.
maybe someone can crawl in from the top there.
Mhm.
But no, he's never in any danger. He could have just
guess,
literally
like-
just sat there the whole time.
We also have to consider I wouldn't know because I've never been in the situation of trying to see how far apart doors are, but I do think the floors, I think they're like, I think that's proper spacing.
Have like 4 feet of concrete in between floors in a skyscraper. And well, I guess
Yeah.
it's not a skyscraper. It's only 9 floors.
No, yeah.
So
I
it's
thought
like
it was
a
bigger
hotel
too.
building.
So when he was just like 9 floors, I'm like, really? When they
yeah.
do these outside shots, it looks a lot bigger than 9
But
floors.
it's really not. Like, it's not big like our office buildings here in, you know, the States. I mean, not all big, but whatever.
Somewhere.
So the movie #Alive, which honestly is great, and I do think everybody should watch that. That at least, like, you don't have to read the whole time. They have like English voiceovers on it, and
I'm sorry, but did you just make fun of subtitles?
Look, the thing is, I'm not making fun of subtitles.
The
I'm making
bilingual
fun of...
person's upset with the subtitles.
I'm not upset with subtitles. I'm used to subtitles. I'm making fun of the people that hate subtitles.
Okay. We already had this discussion.
Yeah. So, plus I don't know Italian.
None of us do.
Anyways.
All you have to do is raise your hand like this, and then it all flows in.
Because that's not fucking rude at all.
#Alive. Same aspect, kind of, but he's stuck in his own apartment. And it's a regular, like, the apartment complex is very, very different than what our setup is. So that's, I think, like, as an American, you'd be like, well, that's weird. Why is it set up like that? The movie has it set up weird, but when it's actually, that's how their apartments are. I think everybody should watch #Alive. It's honestly really good.
I think people should just watch anything else.
Yeah, no, fuck this movie. I'm still just so mad because it was like kind of beautifully shot. Not beautifully shot, but it was decently shot. Probably one of the better shot movies that we've watched.
You could tell what was digital and what was film pretty easily.
Yeah.
The B shot, like the B-roll stuff, was all filmed like, oh, this is something complete. I was like, oh, that's something from somewhere else.
When he was killing the first zombie, the first girl zombie, oh, the blood, like the digital blood, like
terrible
flying back. Oh, it was so bad.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
that hurts me. That's bad CGI, and I don't think this movie's that old.
It's not that old, yeah.
It's like
it came out in 2017.
Yeah,
like,
5 years old.
You can get some good blood splat from that.
Yeah, but
we didn't.
We didn't get any good blood spatter from that.
We didn't get any good anything out of this movie.
No, we didn't.
No pooping in the elevator. No crazy gore to sell it. You know, it's just.
Well, it didn't say it was a slasher. I wasn't minding how much like gore was in it.
I mean,
I don't really care about gore. It's whatever.
I mean, like, I can't think of any good zombie movie that doesn't have a ton of gore in it.
Right, yeah. Also,
Because some people
So
are gonna be like,
hashtag alive.
some people are gonna be like, Shaun of the Dead. It's like, no, someone's stomach gets ripped open in that movie.
I love that movie so much.
Watch that instead.
Yeah, watch Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead and hashtag alive. Everyone
Yeah.
should watch that.
I the fucking zombies, they would show up and then they would just disappear.
Yeah, they'd have a reason to like run away.
It was so weird. Like the one girl, she gets like chased into a boardroom and then the zombies just aren't there anymore. We never see those zombies again.
I think they're
We
the
don't
ones
know
that
where they
get
went.
shot, but I don't know how they got out because they clearly show the door shut. They don't show any broken doors of them getting out, and it doesn't show like there are any kind of like intelligent zombie that can learn.
Can open a door.
And I love
mean,
how
like,
everyone conveniently hits that floor too.
I know, right?
Like
they're on the seventh floor?
Something like that.
Yeah, something.
So somehow they're all getting, all the way up to the 7th floor. Who has time for that?
I think
apocalyptic bastards.
Anyway. Marcello says in the that there's furniture blocking his way up to the 9th floor. So people might have thought, well, we should get off the main floor where there's a fuckload of zombies and go to the top floor where there might be less zombies.
Yeah. I mean, if zombies can't open doors, then yeah, I would go up usually, but it also makes it really inconvenient to like go scout for food when you eventually need food.
Maybe he could. I liked how he used his only good water to pour on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And wash his hands too. So
I was like,
dude, no.
He's not good at survival because it's like that was my first thought was you don't know how long you're in there. You might need that water unless you want to start drinking your pee.
Did anyone else think that water looked really good though? Like he busts out that bottle of water and I'm like, I want to drink that.
I didn't think so. I think bottled water is disgusting.
I just like drinking water, I guess.
I prefer canned water with bubbles. Sorry.
Candles. You enjoy drinking candles. Carbonated candle water. Delicious.
Candle water. Yum.
Yum.
No, fuck this movie.
I think that's it then, isn't it? Is there anything else we need to
watch Shaun of the Dead and hashtag alive.
Hell, you can watch The Lift
live on Netflix. Hell yeah, fuck it. Watch The Lift. Hear them say The Lift 57 times.
At least The Lift had a little something, but it was still
Why did they both have
boring.
adultery though?
Because there's nothing else to go off of.
People like to fuck in elevators. It's weird.
We saw that in The Lift.
The elevators and adultery. That's apparently the thing.
Maybe it's a metaphor that you're being trapped with your sins and you have to think about it. Except they never think about it ever.
I know.
And that's kind of like the book I'm writing, where you're literally taken away for your sins and you kind of die, but yeah, it's fine.
So, everyone, would you recommend The End?
I think it'd be entertaining to watch with somebody.
Nope.
So,
unless they're cast, because I don't think cast fair.
If somebody was watching this with me, I would be up pacing back and forth yelling about it. Like,
which is entertaining to me.
That would be with me because I would just be pissed off, pacing back and forth, being mad at the plot and the characters.
Yeah.
I did really like the lamp guy. He was
funny.
Yeah. I'm like, you have a lamp. You have a bludgeoning object in your hand that you have clearly bludgeoned people with, and then you just throw it. Okay. Sure.
I want to know why she what's her face? I forget her name. but she had a golf club.
It was like Sylvia.
I mean, she hit that fucking zombie so hard she broke a golf club.
I know.
Like that's bad. And I like the slight hint of like a little bit of insanity of like I'm gonna get fired tomorrow. I just broke his favorite golf club. But like yeah, that takes a lot of effort to be able to
You don't really
bend
get to know anybody in the building.
Yeah, you don't.
No.
Like, you spend most of the time just like, yep, we're in the elevator still. Which is fine. He can still be in the elevator. By the way, I don't recommend the movie. We never got to my verdict on this. I don't recommend this movie. But yeah, there's just nothing going on. And I know it's like, oh, it's a movie about a guy in an elevator. Like, yeah, you can have a movie set to dude with a fucking box and it can still be entertaining. This didn't know what it was trying to do. It felt very amateurish. It's like this is what a student film is.
I really did like, I hated that they ended up saying it, but I like that they weren't saying how the zombies became zombies. Like, I like the mystery of like, what the fuck? Because with everything else of like a virus or mostly a virus, like that's when it gets annoying. Like, if Marcella wants to drop down and just like, you can still know the knowledge of like, you get bit, you turn into a zombie, but still not giving the idea of like what's doing it. And I like that aspect, but everything else is always viruses.
I think I would have liked a shot where, like, as he's going into the elevator, like there's someone coming into the building that's a zombie, or like about to become a zombie, and then like does something. Because like I don't feel like they really build up anything of like how did these zombies even get into the building in the first place? Because like the news and shit's going on. It's like, cool. Well, is nobody like? I'm sure someone's bored at work. Like, this is on national news that there are people going berserk and eating people. We should probably like
half day. I'm taking a half day.
Lock the door, or people like, fuck this. I'm out of here. But you know, if you would have made it like all this is happening at once, and you see some of the chaos happening as he's going into the elevator and like not realizing that shit's about to go down, and he's going up. Then it would have made a little bit more sense of like, okay, cool. We saw that like some shit's about to go down immediately, instead of just, oh, he's stuck in the elevator and like, oh, like 30 minutes later, hey, just stay in the elevator. You know, there's zombies.
Yeah.
Okay.
They could have done something, because they did do a back shot of him walking into the elevator where they could have done something like he's about to get into the elevator, and then you see somebody just freaking football tackle somebody behind him. Like, sure, you might not know it's a zombie yet, but that's still some kind of like buildup of like, ooh, what was that?
That, or someone is like walking in behind him who's like an employee who is very clearly sick, like does not look good, like they are actively turning, and they're just, you know, going in because they're going to work, and you know, that probably that doesn't track in Italy though, because they can actually stay home when they're sick.
Yeah, America doesn't understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's something that's just like immediate that's happening that you can see spreading around, I think that would drive it a little bit more home, because the zombies kind of just felt like an afterthought. Like, oh, I think they just wanted to make a movie about a guy trapped in an elevator and couldn't think of what could make it interesting. So there's like zombies, and they're like, oh, we still didn't make it interesting.
Yeah.
That's
they didn't want to like
put that on the box.
Because I think Devil, I think it's called Devil, came out before this movie, in which case they're like, well, Satan already's been in an elevator. Let's do zombies.
Do zombos. I like that they don't ever call them zombies or undead. People are going crazy.
Yeah. Terrorists. Yeah. They keep saying terrorists.
Yeah, it's a terrorist attack because they don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Which is nice. Like, there was a lot of stuff that was different than most zombie movies, and I'm like, this is refreshing.
Like a bottle of water you found in your briefcase.
Yeah, that you just find very refreshing. Oh, jeez, English.
It's okay. We already told everyone why you have speech issues.
I'm stupid.
No, I was saying it's because of the seizures.
Oh no, I'm stupid. You guys should have heard me and like Stephanie trying to say Ero or whatever.
I mean, I saw that word.
We weren't.
It's
a hair brand, and like we're like, oh man, this is a really cool hair color that came out of this. What's the brand? And she showed me the brand, and I'm like, how do you even say that? Not able to say that. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. So I at Luna and Cass. I usually know how to say stuff. And I'm like, how do you say this? And then we gave up. So I looked up a YouTube video of somebody doing like their hair with it, and they were like Ero, and I'm like, oh, it's I don't know if you're gonna write that. I see ERO, not IRO, but you know, don't mind me. I don't know like I don't know the language I speak.
I honestly, that's a hair brand that, like, as long as you get the name close, kind of like Cucumber Bun Filter Snatch or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Like, you know what we're talking about.
Oh man, I know who you're talking about.
We Midwest goodbye this.
I think we're done. Fuck this movie. It's stupid.
This movie's terrible. Dani says
go have a mental
maybe.
breakdown and dye your hair.
So we actually have like a sort of split. A sort of split on this.
I just think there's aspects. Honestly, go watch #Alive. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. There's voiceover instead of subtitles for people who like have a thing against subtitles for some stupid fucking reason. But
so if anyone out there, if you liked this episode, consider downloading the episode, because that's the only metric we see for some reason. I don't know. But hey, that's cool if you do. If you can get your friends to download it too and not pitch it like a pyramid scheme, that'd be cool too.
5 stars on Spotify. Yeah.
There is no stars on Spotify.
Yes, there is. Yeah. Hold on.
Is there stars on Spotify now?
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. I gotta look.
Because
I've never seen stars on Spotify.
Yeah, give me a second. Maybe it's just on like podcasts, but give me a second.
While you're waiting for them to figure out where it is on the app, I'm going to tell you that you should check us out on every podcast app possible. You don't have to listen to us on every single one of them, but whichever one you do, then you can do that. Oh, I do see that there is a 5-star. Yeah, if you are listening to us on Spotify, give us the 5-star rating. It helps us. Probably. I don't know how that algorithm works. Listen to the episodes. Tell your friends. That's the only thing that I know. And if you enjoyed it, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Yeah. Here at Apartment Theater LLC Core, we believe that every movie is fucking terrible.
Yeah, that definitely will be a glorious line. I do have to say, like, we've been very happy with what we see with the very random analytics we do get to see. We didn't think we'd even get here. I think we have like, what was it, 160 something views or whatever.
We have something. You know,
it
means it's not just us. It's not just us.
Yeah.
Yay. But yeah,
not just us.
Make sure to check out.
The platform you're listening to us on has a rating system.
Rate it. So. If it doesn't have a rating system, go on something that does have a rating system and then rate it there. Also, be sure to subscribe. That helps us. I don't know we can't see who subscribes to us either. Not like we'd want to see like individual, but like we don't know.
I'm still working on the YouTube. I'm gonna get there.
YouTube will eventually be there.
It will be there eventually.
And then we're going to have a different logo eventually as well, because our logo is kind of terrible. But it will get better. Everything gets better in time, except for some of the movies we watch. They only get worse. If you were curious about the other movies we watched, go look through some of the other episodes. All you have to do is scroll down or scroll up, wherever direction you're going. You'll find a whole list of other things you haven't seen.
If you want to hear a really bad fail of an episode, watch our first episode. That one had a lot of stuff to it. Me and Justin were trying to figure out a lot of shit. Not go well.
It was.
It's painful. Don't do that. Or do.
So whatever. Just to let you guys know too, we are in our second week of our theme. Don't show brands. We're not sponsored.
I just want people to know I'm not drinking beer.
We're in our second week of our theme. We picked elevators for the month of March because leprechauns would have been way too easy and stupid, and I just don't want to do it. So we all decided not to do it and instead pick elevators. We don't have any elevator facts, but the fact that there's 4 movies that we can pick, that's enough of a fact right there. So thank you for enjoying the episode. If you didn't enjoy it, fuck you. I don't care. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Have the day you deserve.
Fuck you. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Fuck you.
What are you doing here? Leave.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, fuck you.
Yep, because that's not offensive.
Oh, it's extremely offensive. Don't worry. Make fun of me. Hate me. It's
Next
okay.
week we'll be eating
learn how to hate me?
cheeseburgers
Let
and
me
drinking
teach you how to
milkshakes.
do it.
Fucking
Ew, that
shit
sounds
right
gross.
now.
Yeah, let's end it. It's
Bye.
painful at this point.
Go.
This is too bad.
Scram. Fuck you.